Good morning and welcome to Garden Days. I have a few things that I want to get done today. It's actually a beautiful day. We're supposed to get rain later. Yes, the sun is out, but you can see the dark clouds in the distance. I think the rain's supposed to come later this afternoon, so I better get busy. One thing I really want to move is the Aronia berry into the food forest along this fence line here, because I have 2 spots actually that could be filled up. And that's another thing I need to get to today is weeding, because there's grass growing along these fence lines, like here, that all needs to be pulled up. There's shorter grass as well that needs to be dug up. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad, although over there there's quite a bit of grass growing, even in the beds, so I need to get that dug up. I did most of this bed not too long ago. I guess I just missed that there. The flax is blooming more. So pretty. This combination is so nice, and the Mexican hat is starting to send up some blooms. I might actually move the Aronia berry there. I did take a root from the rhubarb, but nothing has come up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Aronia there. And I think I'm going to move this fig. It's too shaded. I am eventually gonna cut this tree out, but yeah, it hasn't even leafed out, so I want to get it moved in a better spot where it gets more sun. And I'm thinking, since this fig seems to like its spot there, maybe I can plant it here since nothing came up right there. That was another root from the rhubarb. And since we're in the vegetable garden, I think I want to go ahead and plant out my peppers and tomatoes. They're already starting to get flowers on them. If I can get to it today, I actually need to break this pot apart and remove this plant and get in the ground. I think that will be it. It's almost time to give a garden tour. Look at this red hot poker. Has a bloom on it. Actually, a couple. Ooh, several. That'll be nice. A project I was working on yesterday but didn't record was cleaning out this kind of garden shed or a storage area. And there was a lot of plumbing and other miscellaneous stuff in there. But I'm getting it all cleaned out. Then I'm gonna put totes in there where things are more organized. Like this is a mess. Yeah, I just want one tote for a specific item or specific items. That way it's easier to find stuff. And if I can get to it today, I'll also need to run some drip to certain plants that were newly planted that I haven't got drip to yet. But we'll see how far we get today. Oh yeah, the clouds are starting to get closer. Looks pretty ominous. I want to show you one more update. These barberries are going crazy this year in the garden. They are completely covered with yellow blooms. They remind me of the Oregon grape, which I think is a barberry as well. It's beautiful. Okay, I've got my sun hat on and glasses and ready to get into the garden. All right, first I think I'm going to go ahead and dig the hole for this Aronia berry. That'd be nice because I have berry bushes here. This is a currant, and these 2 are gooseberries. So it'll be a nice addition right here. Oh, the soil's nice and soft. I do see something down here. Oh, yeah. Wait, what is this? Here is the root, and it is starting to come up. So I need to plant this somewhere else. Wow. I can tell I've definitely amended this. Soil's easy to dig in. Okay, that should be big enough. And it's right by an emitter. Yeah, it looks like the Aronia berry is trying to grow out of the shade from this juniper. So let's put it in a more sunny spot. Oh. Better find the drip for it first so I don't cut it. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cut it anyways. I'm not going to use this spot. That was fairly easy. Oh, it's got a big root on it. Okay, well that'll have to recover, but I think it's looking good. Got the plant water and fertilizer. Give it a good start. Let me water the hole first. Oh. Some fertilizer to help it get going and reestablished. There we go. Yeah, it has a really good root system. So I'm excited for this to grow here. It'll definitely get better sun. I've had it in the ground for probably 3 years, but the thing is that it was under the shade of that tree. Water it again. Root ball looked a little dry. Okay. Well, darn it, I accidentally broke 2 of the taller branches, which is okay to trim it back. I was just pruning on the peach tree, cleaning it up, and I just cleaned these again with alcohol. So I'm just gonna snip these off. Probably give it a better chance to rebound as well. There we go. Just remove those. That should make it easier to root in, not having to support the long stems. Dug the hole for the rhubarb, put fertilizer in there, and I'm gonna water in the hole. I hope it rains really good because some parts of the ground seem pretty dry. Okay, let's put you in your new home. Hopefully you like it. Set you in this muck right here. Water it one more time. The elderberry's looking really good. Look at that. I have 3 of them here, different varieties. This is the Adams. That's the John. No, this one's the John. That one's the York. The Adams actually died off, but it came back up from its roots, so I'm glad. Let me give it some extra water. Anyways, this is what it'll look like when it gets mature. And the mother plant was there, but I dug it up and split up all the roots. This one I left alone because I wanted at least one. So hopefully they sprout up in the garden and like it. We'll see. I planted rhubarb here. It started to come up, but then nothing. Must have got too dry for it. But I have drip here, which is weird. Maybe I need to run a drip line just straight over, just for that plant. When I work on the drip, I'll try to remember that. And I need to add 2 emitters here for this apple tree too. I think it needs more water. Leaves look a little curly. Anyways, I do give my fruit trees supplement water. I take my gray water from my washing machine and dump them on all the trees. Okay, I threw a seed packet in with my gladiolas, and this is coming up. It kind of looks like a marigold, but I'm not sure. That's what it reminds me of. Which would be cool. That'll be nice. Look, the corn is starting to come up. That's awesome. All through here, double row, till this point about here. Oh, my friend just came over and I gave her a patch of my mint. So I need to fill that in with some dirt and put the drip back on. But I just want to give an update on this. I have arugula that's already coming up. I have to fix that because the rodents are getting under there. And here, or maybe just put the little cages on them because this is Swiss chard. We've got kale over there. little bit growing. Anyways, and then this is cantaloupe. Look at that. I think that's ready to be uncaged. We've got pumpkin here. Another, what are these? Oh, these are the calendula that someone sent me. They're coming up. Nice. That's awesome. And then I have the pumpkin growing here. That's not a pumpkin. Oh, it's that weed that grows in. Okay, another thing I want to show you, I had an onion that I cut the top off, and then I stuck the bottom in the ground. It was a red onion, so that's what this patch is here. It's possible I might be running out of time. Clouds are above us, and I do hear thunder in the distance. So well, let's go ahead and get the peppers and tomatoes into the ground. All right, I'm gonna get these planted in before the rain starts and water them in also, because I doubt we'll get enough rain for all that. Okay, so I put extra drip around this tree since it looks like it needed water. I probably should do the same for this tree here. I moved this grape over here, and it does have a drip emitter. I have room for one more. I think I'll add an extra drip emitter to this grape just because it's a grape and it has fruit, so it probably needs more water. I added an extra drip emitter to the fig there and one for the newly planted fig here. Now it has 2 drip emitters. And I added one in for this Eden climbing rose. It had died off, I think the cold, because we got a cold spell and that had messed with it. Hopefully it comes back, maybe not. But anyways, I did add an extra emitter there. Then I showed y'all, I think, the aronia berry that I planted here. And it just has one emitter. These are just bushes, so they should be fine. And what else? Oh, I did add an emitter for the gladiolas because they were looking a bit dried. And I planted a rhubarb here and here. I'm not sure what I'm going to add in here. But these elderberries can get up to 15 feet tall. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, it's getting ready to storm, and my friends are having a little luncheon, so I should probably head over there. I'm going to add a ring around this as well. I mean, there's a drip system that goes through here, but I just want the apple tree to get extra moisture. And like I said, I do put gray water on my fruit trees just for supplement, and I do need to add a ring around this, or either move it closer over here. So I had, where is it at? Yeah, it's right here. I had something here, but it is either dying off or it just didn't get enough moisture. So hopefully this ring will help. But I should probably move this a bit closer so I can add a ring to this and then put something else there. I have potatoes growing through here as an understory, and they seem to be fine with the single drip emitter, but I was just looking at the soil when I dug that up. It's really dry. So one single emitter is definitely not good enough for the fig that was here. I think since I am going to plant trees here, I should probably add another line in and put emitters, extra emitters there. Yeah, because this is looking a bit dry. Yeah, I just don't think there's enough moisture here. This had died off, but hopefully it'll come back by the roots. I know I moved that one, like I said, but this one looks really healthy, probably because it gets shade from this tree, which I'm going to cut back. So if that's the case, I definitely need to put supplement water here. And that's what I'm going to do. Just run 2 more lines where I can add drip. I get so busy with planting, I haven't gotten around to the weeding yet. That's probably going to be a video on its own, or I'm just going to not film it and go around and just weed. Look at how many grass are here, and they're starting to go to seed, which I didn't want to happen, because then the grass will spread. I'm going to go ahead and water these in until I can add in the emitters. Need to keep these watered. Well, it's 2:15. I just got back from the luncheon and it is still raining. Actually raining more than it was earlier. Still just a drizzle though. And it's gotten a bit chilly. So guess I'll wait till it clears up. We'll get back in the garden. It should make it easier to dig up weeds though when the ground's wet. Definitely easier. Momo, is it nap time? Should we take a nap? Is the rain? I think that's a perfect idea. Well, it's definitely chillier than it was. It's the breeze, though. The rain finally let up. It was more of a light, constant rain than it was a heavy downpour. So I doubt the pond got full, but I'm going to walk down there and see anyways. Normally a good telltale sign is if the dry riverbed fills up, then that means we got enough water, which it hasn't. Yeah, I didn't even see any puddling. Walking down here, nope, still dry. Just enough to soak everything, right, Momo? And make it chilly. And the rain tank doesn't show that much of an increase. Let's see how much is in this rainwater tank. Okay, there's a little bit down there. Not much though. Well, Momo, it seemed like it had been more than that. I wanted to show y'all this. We have some mourning doves. Oh, there one goes. They're building a nest right here in this juniper where the barberry is. They've been hanging out there every day. It seemed like it would have been more since it was for a couple hours, but I guess it was just a light drizzle. Grab my shovel, and then I'm just going to slowly plug away at some of these weeds going along the border. I don't think there's much in the beds other than over here. Yeah, this spot right there. Oh yeah, I need to get those weeded. They're gonna go to seed soon. So I'll get my bag too, my weed bag. The two new garden beds don't seem too awful bad, except along the side there. Yeah, it's mainly along the border where the seeds get trapped, because I have that fencing there. Oh, there's a lot of weed seeds over on this side too. Ugh. Oh, I missed a little grass there. I'm gonna have to get that, but I got all this. And there was a little bit in here. Oh, this is a pain in the butt because it grew up in between the fencing. Same with this. That was longer than I thought it would be because I had to kind of pull the fencing out and then rip behind it. Same with this, but I was able to dig it out of here because I didn't have the big logs. Or over here, there's the big logs. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to redo all this fencing anyways. So I'm just gonna do one more walkway here and some of the bigger grasses that will probably be easier to get out. But I'm gonna wait for the ones along that fencing because I think what I wanna do is put in hardware cloth because the chicken wire, well, it works okay. Mice can still get through this. I guess I could have got the smaller one, like this chicken wire right here. See, my finger barely goes through it because they keep on getting in here and eating certain things. I had beans right through here, and I saw one come up, but then it was gone the next day. So, yeah. But I really need to get to this because it's starting to look overgrown. And I got to get those barberries out. Yeah, these grasses. Yeah, I definitely have to think of something new because I went through and weeded all this last year. And they're popping back up. Just along the fencing. It'd almost just be as easy to take the whole fencing out and then weed. Maybe I can get to it tomorrow. There's so many projects. All right, let me get back to it. This side looks amazing though. Like I said, I'll work on this little bit here, and then I'll have to hit this up another day. All right, well, that is it for today. I am done. I'm pooped, and it's time to go take the dogs for a walk. I'm happy that I got this half of the garden bed done up to this pathway here. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is just do a little weeding at a time in the morning when I get up. Just come out here and do a little weeding. Don't worry about recording because it's just a lot. And I need to get to this grass. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this tomorrow morning. Get to this before it goes completely to seed. And then I'll have a bigger mess on my hands that I'm wanting to deal with. But yeah, I think tomorrow morning I'm going to weed this garden bed. And then the next day will be the middle. And then from there, so on. I felt like there was something I wanted to do over here. Yeah, it's almost time to uncover that. I think I'll make a bigger cage for it tomorrow. I'm gonna rip that bush out too. There was another one growing here, but I took that one out. And then all the grass along here. Still have to do that side. But it's coming along nicely. Look at all the blooms on the onion. And I have to hit up my gardening group. I've just been so busy. I meant to take these out and I got a lot of responses when I posted them. But I just haven't had the time. It's just finding the time to do that. All right, everybody, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me during this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you can hype it, that would be amazing. And we'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye for now.